variety show. I'm the review who loves to say son of a bitch. The same review who hates most Nintendo shit. I'm the one who calls games for what they are. I even own a 360 and hate Gears of War. Guy who spends his money on games, fucking cars. Just a funny guy who became a YouTube star. As I review Devil May Cry 4 once again, you can see the difference in score. For some people, it would be a big difference. To me, it's just a little. I picked up on problems that didn't bother me first, and now they bother me. And I also, you know, as a reviewer, I'm trying to pick up on little things to bring down the review, but also picking up on little things that bring up the review. So sometimes you see a score higher or lower, mattering which game it is. Sadly, Devil May Cry, this is the third time I played it. I finally realized some things I just wish they fixed, and some things I actually liked more than I first played it. So let's hit it. Devil May Cry 4. Devil May Cry 4 stars a new main character. His name is Nero. You might get confused since he looks almost identical to Dante, and he may be brothers. Oh, we don't know. I won't get into that. All Devil May Cry fans are like, oh god, he's his brother, he's not his blah blah blah. I don't really care. He looks just like him. Simple as that. I mean, he has little differences, like no mustache and all. Anyway, Nero is this new guy, and he has a devil arm, as you can see. This devil arm helps the gameplay improve for him in numerous ways, but we'll get to that more later. All in all, going through the story with Nero, trying to rescue his love, trying to find out why Dante killed the priest, and that's not a spoiler, that's the first fucking scene in the game, so don't go crazy, and so on, and fighting demons. All this wrapped up into a nice story with some great fighting scenes, bring it a pretty good story, entertaining to say the least, but sure, could have used some more backstory, but we'll have to wait till Devil May Cry 5. Graphics are once again kick-ass. If anything, Capcom knows how to really use graphic engine, and it looks great. I mean, no, it doesn't have the technical level of Killzone or Gears of War, but it has a pretty damn good in terms of raw power. The fight scenes are well done, and thanks to the graphics looking so well that you can actually see that. Sure, scars and stuff really need to be added. I mean, when he's pulling out the sword and then there's no wound, come on, Capcom. But all in all, it still looks really nice. Everybody looks really shiny and everything with their silver hair and all that weird shit going on. Anyway, in total, the designs, the raw power and everything looks great. Devil May Cry 4, in my opinion, in almost every way, improves on its predecessors. This time you have two playable characters. They did this in Devil May Cry 2, and they did this in Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition. And here, though, it feels almost like they really worked on it. You play as Nero, the main character, and Dante, the other main character. Dante, you know who Dante is. Dante is very similar to how he was in Devil May Cry 3. Takes out a few moves, adds a few new ones, you know the deal. Nero plays a totally different style than Devil May Cry really done before. First of all, he has the Devil Bringer. That's basically the big-ass ghost-looking hand that you see on him. Yeah, that thing grabs enemies, throws them in the air, not far, but a little above the air, and then smashes them down on their face. I mean, that would really fucking hurt, even if you're a demon. Anyway, it totally brings a different thing. Grabbing an enemy, slamming it on the floor, and then slice and dice his ass, and then shoot him. It brings a new combination. It is easier to use Nero simply because of that. When an enemy is going to charge at you, you grab him and then use that move, it breaks his combo. With Dante, you have to be slick. You gotta be much harder on the combos. There's so many different combinations with Dante since he has 4 different gameplay styles in himself. He has Swordmaster, Gunmaster, Trickster, and Royal Guard. You can switch on the go in this game, meaning 1 second you're slashing and then the next second you're shooting like crazy, and then the last finish him off with Trickster. It brings in a whole different gameplay and plenty more to do with Dante. Really, the only major problems I have with the gameplay are the cheap-ass AIs that sometimes, I mean out of nowhere, you will get enemies that take so much damage you don't understand how the fuck they're still alive. You know what I'm talking about. The other thing is a map. This map needs to be improved. I know some people don't care about it and they never got lost. I got lost twice in this game. It's not a big deal, but it does piss me off that I get lost. And if it's too easy for you without a map, that's great. For people like me who don't want to listen to every little cutscene, I'm not talking about the major cutscenes, the little ones that tell you what to do, it sucks when we get lost. And the last really big ass thing is the dice. Basically level design. Everybody knows what I'm talking about with the dice. The first time it appears, not too bad. The second time, when you have to hit the dice to get up different layers, and then you can get sent all the way back down to the first level, it's really bullshit and shitty level design. There's no going around it. I don't care if you're the biggest Devil May Cry fan. Shitty level design in the last level. Luckily, though, most of the game is pretty fun, and an entertaining story always helps. And a story that makes sense, Ninja Gaiden, really does bring, you know, the gameplay up, because you don't mind some repetitive gameplay when you have a story that carries on. And the gameplay can get repetitive, but I'm telling you, if you're a fan of the story, you really won't get repetitive, and 2 different gameplay styles is great. Always a welcome addition to action.
Fire's bad for the complexion. I burn easily, never tan.
Devil May Cry 4 is a pretty lengthy adventure. I wouldn't say it's an RPG length of adventure, but it has a good, if you watch all the cutscenes, 10 to 15 hours. The game is cheap now, so really you have no excuse not to pick it up. 30 bucks new. Used, you can get it 15, 20 bucks easy. Really, it has an entertaining story. It's definitely worth playing at least once for just the story alone and the gameplay. If you don't like the gameplay, I'm not going to say force yourself to play just for the story, but I'm sure you'll enjoy the gameplay enough to watch the rest of the story, which is well done and very well done fighting scenes. They really need to put these in more action games. All in all, it's a good length. There's stuff to collect, you know, the same thing in every action game. If you want achievements, there's plenty of them. I believe there's no trophies, though, on the PS3. Sadly, this is before the trophy thing got crazed. But there are achievements to collect, and some of them are downright fucking ridiculously hard. So as I said, Devil May Cry 4 is a well-rounded game. Sure, it has some problems. Sure, they can be fixed easily. But guess what? We got a game of Devil May Cry. Let's play it. If you enjoy it, you enjoy it. If you don't, you don't. To me, it has a lot of great things in it, some flaws, but all in all, it's probably either my first or second favorite Devil May Cry. So Devil May Cry gets a solid 8.5. You can do better, there's no doubt there, but you ain't no Devil May Cry 2, and we all thank God for that. And Nero's the better introduction to the series than most characters have been introduced lately.